I'm back again. Just a quick story. I had to work half a day on Labor Day of all days, but oh well. This is a story from yesterday. Went to get in the car and run some errands, and I hit the ignition switch, and it just made a clicking noise. And like, crap. I kind of thought it was the alternator because the battery hadn't been on there too long, but no, it was the battery. So I went to the auto parts store, and it was unusually busy for a Sunday morning, but tested it. Yeah, it's the battery. I mean, there was a line out the door, and I said, the woman grabbed the battery and put it on the cart or on the table and said, okay, now let me do this, and this, and I'll go put it on for you. He's like, it's okay. Y'all are kind of busy. I can take care of it. So she gave me the tools. I didn't really need them, but she gave them to me anyways. Like, whatever. So I went out and I was fighting with it. Problem was the battery she gave me was a little bit taller than the one I had, and the that was on there, and the bracket was kind of just a little bit corroded from and whatnot, because it's a 2004 Toyota Camry. It's 14 years old. It's got a little bit of there's parts around the battery you can tell it's 14 years old. Like I said, around the battery especially, got a little bit of corrosion going on, and I didn't see any like lubricant or anything, so I was fighting with that just a little bit. And she finally came out to check on me, and is like, I was just putting the posts on, and she was just marveled that I was doing it myself. You know, youngish guy. Now keep in mind, she was in her 50s, 60s, whatever. And here I am, I'm 31, and here I was putting a battery on for myself instead of having someone else do it. She was amazed. And I just kind of looked at her. I was, like I said, just finishing up. I looked at her and said, and very calmly said, well, my thought process is this. Why should I kind of enjoy doing it, because why should I expect someone else to do something that, for me, that I can do myself? I'd rather go out and, if I can do it myself, do it. And that way I'm not as reliant on other people. And she was more amazed by this notion that there's some young person that wants to be self-sufficient and not dependent on others. And there's a part of me that's dumbfounded by this, because I think everyone should want to be self-dependent. But at the same time, having dealt with enough people my age, even people older, and see how heavily dependent they are, I can see why she'd be amazed, because I know someone who worked at Walmart in the tire and lube section, and like, even changing the light in the little dome light, people couldn't even do that. They couldn't change their own wiper blades or a headlight, or the basic things. Didn't know how, couldn't even be bothered to look it up on their phones, even though it's not that hard. They just couldn't be bothered to do it. And it's a strange concept to me. I was raised differently, apparently. I was raised to do for yourself what you can and get someone else to help you where you can. Of course, then again, that was taught by my late grandmother, who built the additions onto her house as much as she could herself. If the roof was leaking, she'd grab the ladder and a bucket of tar and go up and fix it. She taught me how to hang doors and everything else. So, for me, it's like I said, it's just a hard concept to have to rely on others for the most basic, fundamental task. And I guess the whole point of this little chat is, if I'd been stranded, someplace where the only store was only a place that had batteries and no one to install it for you, I would have been screwed. That is, if I didn't know how to take care of myself. And I think that's something I kind of take for granted, but I think a lot of people also take for granted the fact that they're not always going to be in a position where they can rely on someone else to take care of everything. And I'm not saying I could do anything I needed to do. By no means. There's a lot of stuff I don't know, and especially on cars, I wouldn't be able to handle. But it's changing a battery is just, a simple task, but apparently a lot of people can't do it. So my goal is, I want to be more self-reliant. I want to learn more about at least the basics of cars. That way I can take care of whatever I can on my own. But my challenge, I'm going to throw down a challenge to anyone watching. Try to find ways to be more self-reliant yourself. It could be learn how to change a tire or change a battery. And if you know that thing, find something else. Find some little thing that you usually pay someone to do, that you have the know-how, equipment, and ability to do that you have the equipment and ability to do it, just maybe not the know-how, and learn how to do it. Try to challenge yourself each day to become a little bit more self-reliant in some way, some fashion. That way, you're not having to rely solely or as much on other people to take care of your every need. It's not going to be easy. I'm not going to lie to you. Because it would require changing your ways a bit. And some things will be easy. Some things won't be. But what's important is that you're going out there, challenging yourself, pushing yourself, trying to do better, learn more, expand yourself, grow. That's what's important. What will be next for me to learn and try, I don't know, but I'm going to try to figure something out, and I'm going to challenge each and every one of you watching to do the same. Anyway, I'm about to the house now. I'm going to get off here and get changed to something a little less uncomfortable. Let me know what you think. Later.